PMP Mastery series. In this new PMP Mastery series, I'm gonna go and make the summary of key topics of PMP. My plan is to release one video each week, and in which I will try to cover the most important points and flow of those topics. This PMP Mastery is the next extension of my journey and pathway videos, and these are going to help you to revise your entire PMP. Today, this is the first video and I'm gonna work on the topic of Agile. So Agile is 80% of the current PMP exam. It's the 80% of the current PMP exam, and if we look into the content, which content actually dominates the Agile, the 4 values of Agile and 12 principles of Agile are actually the key component of these things. What I want to say is that basically the values which are behind the Agile thing, if you understand them, you understand the entire PMP. So today, first I'm going to focus on that. The first value of Agile is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. What does that mean? That values of Agile talks about customer collaboration over contract negotiation. What does that mean? It means we work for the customer, we try to do what is more valuable for the customer and provide him that particular thing. We identify his most important requirement, and that is the way to go towards that. You see, a traditional mindset has been saying that we need to look into that the contract is the king. Now we have finally realized, yes, contract is really important. I will emphasize, contract is really important, but it's the customer who is the king. At the end of the day, the crown, if I put it there, the crown is on the customer. If the repetitive customer is coming, then your business is running. If there is no customer, we don't have any business. So customer is the most important thing. You need to look into that, who your customer is and how you can deliver maximum value to your customer. That is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. The next value is basically taking that into the consideration and looking into the changes in the project. You see, in traditional projects, we need changes, and if you want to have any changes, you need to raise a change request. Here we said respond to a change over following a plan. What I am trying to say is that this value says that yes, change is the most important thing, and Agile is all about change. Whatever the change comes, we like that change. We want to work with that change, and we go with that change, and we want to go deep into that change. Whenever the customer asks any change, the product owner, the person who is going to look after that, he should take that change, he should take it positively, and he needs to see how he can improve on that, how he can build an environment in which that change can flourish, in which that change can really occur, and how that change can deliver value to the customer. Because we already discussed customer collaboration over contract negotiation. The next value, the third one, basically talks about whatever you deliver will work is more important than documentation. The value is something like working software over comprehensive documentation. What I'm really trying to say is that in this value, minimum viable concept is there. Like instead of just doing documentation, make something, give it to the customer, get their feedback and improve on it. Like the concept of minimum viable product is the cornerstone of Agile, and that is what is needed here. How we can develop, how we can work on that product, how we can add additions into that minimum viable product. Working software over comprehensive documentation. It's a critical thing here to understand. If you are working in a compliance project, if you are working in a project where documentation is very important, so working software becomes the documentation. This value does not state that documentation is not important. This value only states that the product, the minimum viable product, it's the key. whatever you want to deliver incrementally, give them. Instead of talking, let's work and let's deliver something to the customer. The last value goes to a core concept of agile, individual and their interaction over processes and tools. I have worked in a operational functional organization. In that functional organization, we were always talking about the processes, follow the process, follow the process. Process is critical, process is important, but we need to understand agile work is more of a base of creativity. Agile work cannot follow the process. Process is useful when you are doing something which has been done multiple times, which has been done before. If you are trying to do something new, maybe process needs to be updated. So the fourth value talks about that individual and how they interact. That is more critical, that is more important than the process you are going to follow. If we look into these four values and understand these four values, this is the real key in the agile, and agile is 80% of the PMP exam. The 12 principles which are actually the extension of these four values. I'm going to explain those principles in a way that I'm not going to go through all the principles. I'm just going to give you an idea that how basically agile work and how those principles should be implemented. The principles 1 to 12, they basically give you few things that you need to focus into that. One of the most important thing is that in order to give value to the customer, we want to deliver incrementally, right? We want to deliver incremental. I already explained the concept of minimum viable product. We make something, we provide that thing into the hand of the customer looks it, give the feedback, and we keep on delivering it. We want to make the duration of delivering the product as small as, like, from couple of months to couple of weeks to maybe couple of days, whatever works for you. We need to give that thing into the hand of the customer. We need to focus quality, and we do a lot of things to improve quality. Continuous attention to the quality is the heart and soul of agile. We continuously work to improve the quality. This is very critical in the agile. Then agile talks about a very important thing, and that is simplicity. Agile does not want you to do thousands of things. Agile wants you to use the Pareto principle. Agile says that identify what are the key things, list down all the things, and make sure you don't do unessential things. Make sure that you prioritize, use Moscow, and only do the most important thing that actually deliver value to the customer. Again and again, we are talking about value to the customer, how we can do that. Then agile further goes into that, and agile talks about teams. Agile wants self-organized team, those people who are motivated. They are motivated people. They know what they are doing and they can improve on that thing. We want motivated people, self-emerging, self-organized, co-located team who are working daily with the business people, and they are doing the best of their ability. We don't want demotivated people in agile. We want people who know how to do. The T-type leaders, those who have in-depth knowledge of one, plus they can be cross-trained to the other knowledge in order to avoid single point of failure. So very, very critical for this thing. And one of a critical job of the servant leader, you act like a servant leader. You need to provide an environment. You need to provide an environment in which team can grow. You need to make the environment in which team can make mistake. They learn from it and they keep on learning from it. That's why retrospective is one of the key concepts of agile, that we review regularly our progress. We look into that, how we can improve, how we can enhance, what can be delivered. That's very, very critical. We do something, we take time, we see how we can further improve into that thing. Then agile wants continuous pace. Agile wants continuous pace. What do I mean by that? We don't want like one day you work 12 hours, the next day you work 4 hours. No, no, no. We want continuous pace. You don't want me to put all the videos today and then for next 2 months don't do that. You will prefer 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, and this way you can learn. Maybe you want daily, whatever your pace you want it. Why don't you put in the comment box what pace you want it? That is called continuous pace is needed instead of one big go and things like that. That's very critical, and I really think that will become a very important thing. We want this thing throughout the Agile. So these are the kind of the most important thing you need to know in the 12 principle. We want self-organizing team who knows how much effort is needed. We want to work with the business people on daily basis. We want to make sure people are motivated. We provide them the environment. We look for the quality. We deliver incremental value. We look for the customer requirement. Change the thing, and as the environment is changing, we look at the concept of minimum business. If you understand the previous 4 values and these 12 principles, you mastered it. You have mastered it. One more critical concept in Agile is Agile works on rolling wave planning, or like progressive elaboration. You see, I have rolled it. You planned at high level, and then as you move forward, you plan that thing in detail. Okay? Rolling wave planning is you plan high level and then you plan in detail. It can be called as adaptive planning. You see, mostly people ask what's the difference between progressive elaboration and rolling wave planning. Actually, they are same, but progressive elaboration is used for predictive, for the plans. Rolling wave planning is used more for activities and in Agile. So what does basically planning look like in Agile? You plan at high level. Okay. For example, I just planned here that I'm gonna make 15 videos. This is the video number 1, and then 15 video. Okay. Then as we move forward, okay, we plan in detail. You have 12 months. You plan for entire year. Then you plan for release, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. As you move forward, you plan that into further into iteration, or also known as sprint, 1 to 4 weeks. The length of sprint is 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, and then you share your progress on daily basis. So what basically I'm trying to say is that in Agile, first we plan at high level. If I make it one more time, high level onion model, and then as I move forward, this is Agile roadmap or vision. Then as I move forward, I'll go for a release, more subset. Let me give another color. Then I will plan at iteration level, more detail, and then daily standard. So this is the entire understanding of the Agile for your PMP. Now, Agile consists of 4 values, 12 principles, and multiple practices. In this video, the purpose of the video is to discuss Agile. In the next video, I will go deep down into the concept of Scrum, and I will explain the entire Scrum for you. Do let me know, what do you prefer, that I cover the entire Agile topic in one go, or what I just done, like made Agile and Scrum into 2 parts. You prefer that thing. I would be very interested knowing your feedback. Secondly, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do that, because that motivates me more, and put in the comment that you have subscribed. And if you haven't taken that training, please contact me on the number or email given, and I will make sure that you become certified PMP, like 597 in the last year. And if you want to continue to learn, this series is the Pathway series, and this series is the Journey series. Awesome series. Do look at it. Thank you very much. I hope you loved it. Bye bye.